Hello, I'm Jonathan McElwain, a NAU student, and here I'm going to talk to you about the benefits and drawbacks of implementing a 4-day work weekend or work week. The 5-day work week has been around since 1926 when Henry Ford implemented it in his company Ford Motors. Now, the model has been much better to us than, us workers than the previous 6-day work week would have been, because that would be brutal for everybody, and I think we can all agree. But if we follow that logic, wouldn't a 4-day work week be even better than a 5-day work week? Well, not actually, or not that we can tell from that. There are obvious questions that need to be answered before we can conclude if it is better or worse. Questions like, what about a 4-day work week would be better? What are the drawbacks that come with adopting a 4-day work week? Do we have enough manpower to even utilize the 4-day work week schedule? Some companies in the construction industry have work days that are 10 hours long, while others opt to lessen hours as well so that people work 8-hour days instead of 10. Now, it has been shown that having 4-day work weeks make workers as well as managers happier because they have more free time to rest, recuperate, and do other things. We all know that being in the construction trades industry, or the manufacturing industry even, it's physical labor, and it's very taxing. Switching to a 4-day work week would allow all workers and managers time to recuperate after a long week of labor. Marta Stefaniuk, a manager from the company Merge Design and Interactive, stresses the importance of workers getting time to be with their family and close friends. She even goes on to say, starting a 4-day work week again would tremendously improve the business practices and health of Americans. People would get to spend more time with friends they care about instead of forming artificial relationships or work friends, and employees would be healthier both physically and mentally. This in turn would save companies a good sum of money. So, having a 4-day work week also allows workers to, schedule their own medical appointments. Now, this is a great benefit for any company because this keeps the workers and employees healthy and safe. And it also gives them time to do it so that they don't have to use their days off. But that's not the only benefit. Having this schedule would allow our workers to have more time to do personal projects. This may not always directly benefit the company, but it will have many unseen effects. One thing that many construction workers get if they would like to move up or move to a different position is a certificate from a community college. If we incentivize people to better themselves and continue to learn, we'll have a crew second to none. It may seem like this isn't compatible with a 4-day work week, but it is. It's important because this gives them more opportunities to learn skills that can help our company. Now, when talking about a 4-day, 40-hour work week, most people assume that productivity would drop because the longer days wear you out, and that's a reasonable, assessment. I think or not assessment, but a view. But according to a poll of more than 23,000 people done by YouGov.com, 41% of employed U.S. adults think that switching to a 4-day work week would increase their productivity levels. Now, if you add to that, 37% of employed U.S. adults think there would be no change in productivity if they switched. So with that said, that doesn't mean there is nothing but positives to a 4-day work week. Going off the last point, there's a lot of contention on whether it truly improves productivity. Many people believe that the long, more concentrated hours exhaust workers, causing lower yield. Those who oppose 4-day work weeks state that there might be a drop-off in motivation leading to a drop in production. Another challenge for our workers, if we implement, would be how it can make childcare more difficult for the parents. An article by thebalance.com says a 4-day work week can also make childcare more difficult. Many daycares and after-school care programs function around the idea that a parent works on an 8 to 5 type schedule. They don't open at 6 a.m. to stay open until 8 p.m. to accommodate a parent's unusual schedule. Now, this is an important challenge that comes with switching to an unorthodox schedule. Therefore, it's necessary to consult everyone and have a company meeting so we can see if workers can meet their needs if we change to this schedule. Doing this would show that upper management has high enough emotional intelligence to understand their workers' priorities, and it would give the workers a little bit better view of management. Now, I couldn't find a study of a 410 work schedule in an industrial setting. So instead, I asked my dad about his job. Now, my dad worked for the state of California, the Department of Corrections at Ironwood State Prison in Blythe, California. He told me that their maintenance department ran a 410 schedule for more than 10 years. He says both staff and managers enjoyed the benefits that I have listed in the presentation, but after 10 years, it fell apart when there was a staff reduction due to budgets and retirements. He noted that a 410 schedule only really functions and works when there's enough manpower. He told me that Ironwood State Prison set up their schedule to switch from an 5-day, 8-hour work schedule to a 4-day, 10-hour schedule, where employees worked from either Monday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday. He said that it was very beneficial for operations because it covered 2 different shifts, and that the coverage of different shifts allowed reduction of overtime. Now, I propose that before we move on with implementing or scrapping this 4-day work week idea, we take this decision to the public. Taking this before everyone in the company will help raise company morale and make them feel more appreciated. Carrie Patterson, the author of the book Crucial Conversations, says that consulting can be an efficient way of gaining ideas and support without bogging down the decision-making process. After hearing their stances and opinions, management will have a more well-rounded knowledge of how our employees view this change. To modify work schedules, we would have to get HR's approval to change the employee policies and procedures manual, as well as talk to employees about rescheduling days off. We would also need to notify frontline supervision to implement a new work schedule, as well as, get the approval from senior management. But upon approval, we would relay the new flex schedule to contractors, subcontractors, and supply houses. Now, unless we let the HR work on their side of things early, to get an accurate time frame, we would need to get one from the HR department itself, since they are the biggest time factor here. Because in all actuality, the easiest part would be dealing the frontline employees, because they can implement an updated work schedule in about 30 days. Now, in summary, even though there are drawbacks, if employees show favor to a 4-day work week, switching would be a benefit to our company. If we implement it correctly, it will give our employees a better workplace by boosting satisfaction within the company. It would give the employees a better chance to learn and move up in our company, allowing us to grow. And lastly, it would increase productivity. Not only does it allow us to get more work done, it also saves and makes us more money by speeding up projects. Now, with all that information, I hope you can do the right thing and choose to implement a 4-day work week. Thank you.